What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Serie career mode. It is episode number 32, returns today on the back of the win on the opening day against Parma and the two new signings of Alexander Isak and Alex Meret. Heading into today's episode, loads to get through, man. There's just over 50 million euros in the budget. We've got a week to go to the window slams shut, so we'll play through that. More games in the Serie A, and we'll also have the draw for the Champions League group stage coming around here as well. Another group of death like last year? I guess we'll see. But to start off with, we do have a big bid for Oscar Dorley. From the side who have become our main rivals in the save now, haven't they? Juventus, who, just like last season, we were knocked out by them in the Coppa Italia, but we got our revenge by pipping them to Champions League football. It's crazy how that happened 2 years in a row, by the way. Second straight year. Juve knock us out of the cup, and then we finish above them for Champions League qualification. But of course, not going to sell him to a division rival. But in terms of new signings, again, just over 50 million in the budget. I think we might make one or two signings before deadline day comes to an end. Don't get me wrong. And right now, I'm probably looking mainly on that right-hand side, possibly selling in Ndukidi and bringing in a new starting right midfielder for Festia Borsellé to now come off the bench. Other than that, though, I don't think we really need to do anything. In terms of new signings, I mean, honestly, yeah, maybe on that right-hand side, possibly replacing Festia Borsellé and dropping him to the bench, maybe selling in Ndukidi, if that's the case. But, you know, other than that, I really don't think we need to do anything. We don't even need to do that, really, because Festia Borsellé, he's only really had one noteworthy injury since the save began. And he's only 25, so still getting better as well. Really, we don't have to spend any money if we don't want to. I guess we'll just see. There is an offer for De Luca, who for some reason just has not grown since his loan spell at Salernitana. So totally fine letting it go. That's so bizarre, by the way. You think about all the players that we loaned out. And some of which developed brilliantly. Obviously, Oman is now gone, but even so. Georgi Gashi, of course, in the first season. Fritz has grown to 75. Schneider's now 73. Obviously, Frank come back 77 overall. And yet, De Luca literally started 2 straight years at Salernitana and didn't grow a single rating. That is so frustrating. Well, let's dive into the first game of today's episode. Lecce away. First away day this season on the back of the big win against Parma. Aiming to follow on here with a big 3 points. If we are to be in a title race this season, these are the games we've got to win. Forza Udinese. We said it last season, didn't we? You know, these are the games which you have to win if you want to... Go on, Festi. No, straight at Falcone. Win the championship. I mean, you know, we lost to Lecce last season on match day 3, I think it was, at home. We drew against the likes of Empoli, and, you know, with all due respect to those teams, if you want to be a title winner, you can't be slipping up against them. You've simply put just got to beat them, as Xhaka is denied by Falcone. Inter have won the three-peat now. 3 straight Serie A titles. They're the best team in Italy. If we want to pip them, and that's what the board have asked us to do this season, not finish in the top 4, but win the Serie A, and quite frankly, you can't slip up in these games, man. They've got to be bankers. Yes, we're still tied at 0-0. Fast start. And then, I thought that was the opener. Xhaka just wide. Dorley to Calafiori, and away we go. And I see you, Oscar. Still, well done, Calafiori. Still tied at 0-0. Fast start. Kind of died down a little bit since then. Fully go left. Thank you. Dorley over the top for you. Well done. Isak asking for it. Isak getting it. Isak shooting it. Falcone saving it. Still 0-0. 35 minutes in. All Udinese though. Just looking for that breakthrough. Surely it's coming. And there it is. It is 2-2 for the cheat code. Xhaka Biol, club captain, puts us in front. Do you remember back in season 2 when he scored 10 goals in a single Serie A season? I was like, I don't know if we'll be able to get better than that. Well, as things stand, he's on for 38. Long way to go, but Udinese take the deserved lead. Oh, no. It's going to be Querfeldt. Querfeldt went in. Just about escaped there. Meret has had such a quiet second debut for us. Literally nothing to do. Oh, great run off the ball to allow Keita through to surely make it 2. No, tackled and put behind for a corner. Would have been furious with myself had I lost it there through some poor cohesion. But we're going to be alright. It's almost a second. We don't need one in the end. We'll take the 1-goal victory. It's a clean sheet on his second debut for Alex Merritt. Not much to do, but we got the win in the end. 1-0, first clean sheet of the season. First away day winning our first away day. And back-to-back wins. Perfect start to a season where we've been asked to win the title. And after the games, we see that the Mattias both leave. Bianco out on loan to Torino for a couple of years, and De Luca leaves permanently as well. Deadline day is here, so on the back of that minor sale then, our budget now rising to just over 55 million euros. Yeah, I mean, to be honest here, back-to-back wins to start the season off, looking alright. Team is now, for the first time in the Serie, 5-star as well. We don't really have to do anything. If we're nitpicking here, again, we possibly could say we could do some improvement on that right-hand side, possibly dropping Ebosele to the bench and then selling Ndukidi, or just keeping him as a squad player. But other than that, I think we're alright. And again, at centre-half, I mean, you know, Pongracic and Querfel, could we improve on the two? Yeah, probably, but they're not exactly weak links, if you will. Yeah, I think we're alright, to be honest. I mean, there are a couple of bids here. Juventus want to take Constantine Frank on loan, but obviously absolutely no way. And Christian is wanted by Almeria, but yeah, to be honest, like he's just a squad midfielder. But we are gonna want to make sure we have enough. Was there another bid there? Oh, there was. We are gonna need to have enough depth here to make sure we can cope with playing in Europe as well. So deadline day, I mean, unless a deal becomes available or a big offer comes in, I might just get straight through it, man. I'm happy with the team. I'm about ready to give up on Mattia Companion. As much as I want him, it's just not going to happen. So frustrated, man. And if I was worried about homegrown players, I could just bring back Jakob Bianco, who's been released by Cagliari. But we don't need anyone now. We've re-signed Alex Merritt. I think we've got 5 or 6 now, so we're all right there. And again, at right back, I was thinking possibly, you know, we could bring in someone and drop Festi to the bench. There's a few names on the shortlist here. Abdul Hamid, although he's moved on to Burnley, would actually fit our system really, really well. Thierry Correa at Brighton Hove Albion. But the two main ones that I would want are Sacha Boe and Malo Gusto. Never used either, but both French right backs are absolutely brilliant young defenders in this year's game. And of course, with the stats, could play slightly further forward. And to be fair to Sacha Boe, the one thing that I quite like about this is that Bayern Munich are no longer the most dominant side in German football. Last year, lost out to Bayer Leverkusen. They've now lost to Leverkusen twice in a row now in the save as well. And he's out of contract come the end of the season as well. So we can just about afford him. And if his long-term future there at Bayern isn't guaranteed, I quite like the idea of saying, listen, why don't you come to us? We'll put you on a ton of money as well. And we'll lock up your contract for 5 years too. As right now you've only got 12 months on your deal. I don't mind that. So I'm going to say to Bayern, do you want Ndukidi? I highly doubt it. But we'd have no need for him once we've brought him. Where is he? Where's Ndukidi? Where is he? I can't find him. Where is he? Where's Ndukidi? I'm missing him. Oh, we're on wingers. Wingers, there we are, sorry. Yeah, and we'll put in a bit of, let's say, £42.5 million. And if Bayern accept that deal, they said, no, you're not taking Keita. Guys, come on. He's out of contract come the end of the season. You can't pull this on us. We can pull this on you guys. We're the ones that hold the cards here. And for 43 million, Bayern say yes to that. Out of contract come the end of the season. Don't want to lose him on a free. We'll get him on a cut price deal. What a steal this could be. Came through the Stade Rennais Academy before moving on to Galatasaray in Turkey. But last January was signed by Bayern Munich. And if you guys have not seen it, by the way, he had this really cold photo. And I actually saw on the account, one of my favourite Instagram accounts, Footballer Fits, where he went back to his hometown and he gave all of his mates like a custom Sacha Boe jersey. And it's this really cool picture. I'll make sure to leave it on the screen. And it looked absolutely awesome, man. So cold. But anyway, I know we'll be doing it, signing now through Udinese, but coming in on a 5-year, 100 grand a week deal. He has arrived, and welcome to Blue Energy Stadium, Sacha Boe. Yep, really talented young French fullback. And again, when you look at the stats here, I think there's no reason why, with the pace, the stamina, the decent ball control and crossing as well, he can't be turned into a right midfielder, which in our 3-5-2, well, we said before that we need players that can defend on that right-hand side, man. It's not enough for players to just be able to offside going forward. We need them to be defensively good as well. So he and Festia Borsele can now battle for that first choice right midfield slot. Finally got some competition for the Irish international. Sasha, welcome. So with just a 9 million euros in the budget now, I think we are done for transfers. 3 new signings coming in, but to be fair, 3 brilliant signings, man. Alex Merritt between the sticks, Alexander Isak leading the line, and now to bring in Sasha Bowie on that right-hand side as well. Oh, mate, we've got a squad. We've got a squad, man. You know, sometimes you might see me make some signings as Aston Villa put in a bid for Romano. He's out of contract come the end of the season, but I'll make sure to give him one during the year. Sometimes you'll see me make some signings, and then, you know, they're not the most high-profile of players. They're not the biggest of names, not the best of players, but for this season, well, if we wanted to take the next step, and the next step is going to be guaranteed top 4 year after year, but also being able to challenge for the title, because that's what the board have asked us to do this season. As a big comes in for Oscar Dorley for the champs into it. There's not enough time, guys. Not enough time. And they're the team we'll be battling with this year for the title after they won the three-peat. Yeah, if we want to do that, we need a really good squad, and that includes keeping Oscar Dorley. So the top deals in the end were Thiago Almada finally leaving Atalanta to join RB Leipzig for 138.6 million euros. Pablo Torre leaves Barca to join Chelsea for 99 million, and Gravenberch leaves Roma to join Atletico Madrid for 96.8 million pounds. I gotta say, with the summer transfer window coming to an end, I'm really happy with how this team is looking, man. Seriously, this is the strongest Udinese side we have ever had, and there's no doubt about that. The star new striker, the great new goalkeeper, and a solid new right-sided player to come in. If not start, then come off the bench for Festia Borsele, and not lose any of our most important players as well. This is the best Udinese side we have ever had. So now we've got to prove that on the pitch. And I believe, as we have bids there for Battistella and Carrasco, obviously Battistella is literally just here for the homegrown registration rules, although we don't need as many as we've got now. I think we've got 5, so 1 over the minimum requirement, but we'll keep them anyway just for the squad depth. I think we're now going to see the draw 4. Here we go, the Champions League group stage. Last year, Dortmund, Real Madrid, Porto, a group of death. Have we got another tough one, or this year, would it be a little bit easier? Let's see. Oh! I don't think it's as tough as last year, but it certainly isn't much easier. Barcelona, Sporting Lisbon and BSC Young Boys. So once again, it's another Spanish side, another Portuguese side, and this time Young Boys as well. We got through it last year as group winners. This year, once again, a tough one, but we should be getting through that, I think. I think we're good enough to qualify in at least second place. So let's play the next 2 league games, and then we'll stop short of match day 1 and save the first half of the group until the next episode. So, yeah, second game today, third game of the season. Torino at home, Forza Udinese. Yeah, I like to break the group up into 2 parts. So you play 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, 6 directly afterwards. Zizak should open the scoring, and does with the Trivela. And then, yeah, we can work through it there. But anyway, what a start for Alexander Isak, man. I mean, he is off to an absolute flyer here with Udinese, but this is exactly what we needed to do, man. As we've said a few times now, if you want to be a top-level manager, you've got to make some tough decisions. Lorenzo Luca, man, love the Italian Peter Crouch, man, seriously. Christian Kwame, I really liked him too, but Alexander Isak is a level above, and right now he's proving that. Excellent start, Udinese in front, and he almost got an assist for Profundi as well. The American Slonina with the save, but it's all Udinese in the early running, man. And if we want to be title winners... Oh, yes! We've got to keep this going. And Xhaka, please keep this going yourself, mate. 3 and 3. He's on for the golden poo. Of course, Jackson offloads. And, Gedson Fernandez gives Torino a route back into it. 3 goals in 14 minutes. And Torino... stop Merritt from getting back-to-back clean sheets. You know, I guess the only thing we could do as well, now that the window is shut and we can't loan out Gas Shield, I never wanted to do that anyway. I guess what we could do is just rotate the goalkeepers. Like, one plays a game and then the next one comes, is played by our other goalkeeper and so on and so forth. I never like that, Like, I know it's become a lot more profile in the past couple of years, particularly with Arsenal last season with Ramsdale and Raya, but I've never been a fan of goalkeeper rotation. I don't mind like having a cup goalkeeper and a regular starter, but to me, it's if you're going to play a league season, I think you should know who your starting keeper is going to be, unless there's a suspension, injury, or a crisis in terms of form. I guess we'll see. Anyway, Xhaka almost got another, and Isak shot cleared off the line. What a start to the game, man. 3 goals. Could have had about 4 or 5 here. There's Prati. Whips one, headed away, and Torino will get it clear. Second half underway, still leading by 1, and as things stand, despite the goal we conceded, looking a better team out there. And if we continue to stay in attack mode, we'll get a 3rd goal. Oh, Dorley, that's a great turn, no doubt about that. When you do concede from a 2-goal lead, and we know the memes, 2-goal lead is the most dangerous lead, but I understand why it can make you think, but really it's, what a finish, Jersey, but the flag's up for offside, it's not going to count. I feel as though, like, if you've been looking good going forward, yeah, you might concede and start to feel a little bit more vulnerable. But if you're getting chances, just keep attacking and just trust. Eventually, you'll be able to get another goal. You scored 2 already. You should be able to get a 3rd if you stay in attack mode. And that's exactly our plan right now. That goal chalked off, but yeah, don't recede into yourself, man. Just keep on attacking. Go on, Fundy, win that, son. Yeah, win him. And I've got Isak and Keita. Dorley even, not Keita. And Dorley chips it. Oh! Beautiful. Lift him aloft. Because that is a wonderful little chip. I don't chip the ball as much as I used to. The old Docks from last year for a few years used to chip the ball so often on one-on-ones. It's so much harder to execute now, and rightfully so as well. But it means that when it does come off, it feels so sweet. Perfect trajectory. Oscar Dorley's first of the year. And the Liberian restores the 2-goal position. Like I said, man, if you've been attacking, you've got a couple of goals. Whether you've conceded or not, don't recede into yourself, man. You know how to get the goals on the offensive end. Just keep doing what you're doing. Well, might have conceded 15 minutes in, but really, even when Torino cut it to 1, I never felt we were in any danger of throwing away these points. 3-1 victory, 3 wins on the trot, 9 points from 9, and a 100% start. It's a long old season. Been into Milan. We've been asked to challenge you for the title this year. Based on this start, I'm not saying we're favourites, we're definitely a threat. Let's do one more and we'll leave it at that. And there'll be our final opponents today as well. Yet we'll end on this. Inter Milan away at the San Siro, who have won the title the past 3 years but stumbled out of blocks this season with no wins in their first 3 games. They desperately need to get a win on the boards as soon as possible after a tough start. But what a chance we've got to inflict an early season blow against the current 3-peat champions. Inter away at the San Siro, our final game today, and what a massive opportunity here on the back of our first 3 wins in our first 3 games. Forza Udinese. Yep, very rare you get a chance like this, man. Winning our first 3 games, Inter not winning any of their first 3 games. There was ever a time for this game to come around. What is the most difficult of the 38 Serie A games? Away against a side that's just won the 3-peat. I mean, what a time for it to happen. Oh, Xhaka going for his 4th in as many games. But come on, Udinese, man. Golden chance here. When you get a chance like this, they very seldom come your way. So when they do, you got to take it. Serie wins it. And, oh, yes, Edouard Serie. I see Profundi on the edge. It'll drop to him. Simone! Oh, it's gone in! It's gone in! Simone Profundi puts Udinese in front. Our player of the season last year. It was first of the campaign, I believe. But Kepa really should have saved it. I spotted him coming into the edge of the area. And the finish. Okay, it comes through a body, but I think a keeper of Kepa's quality should probably be saving that. It's not struck with a lot of power. It's not right in the corner. Oh, I think he'll want that one back. But Udinese in front. Come on. Easy, easy, easy. Xhaka coming across. Take your time, take your time, take your time. Where you going? 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 Yes! Read that perfectly. Man, I love Xhaka, honestly. So rare for me to have like my biggest like hero of the save be a centre half, but Xhaka to me is my favourite player in this team. Man, as Serie easily gets it off the line and that would do it. It's just, I mean, again, not only a threat from corners and dead ball situations as the cheat code, which is, by the way, one of the coolest nicknames I've ever had, but also defensively, he's solid, absolutely solid as well. He's a top class defender. And again, put to the test, Xhaka, put to the test, and he's just answered it brilliantly. He's answered it with a perfect mark, A+ for Xhaka. I absolutely love him, man. I really do. And again, it's just so rare. Like, normally my heroes are always someone I got through the academy or someone I signed in like the first year or two. And again, normally they're like a striker or a winger. A centre half that I inherited. Oh, it was Serie going all the way! It's a rarity! We're talking about players I inherited. Profundi, Xhaka, and Festi Serie as well. What an early blow this is going to be on match day 4 for the champions of the past 3 years. Festi skips around his man, drills it in, and Udinese turn it up at the San Siro. Oh, great ball through. Evan Ferguson trying to turn. Xhaka, who blocks it again. And this time, Keita makes the block. Brilliant defending, and this is what we need to do better. Last season, we leaked so many goals. We were really poor at the back, but this, much better, much more committed. And again, the signing of Merit is definitely going to help, but the mentality also needs to shift as well. We've got to be stronger. We've got to be more cohesive in the back line. And tonight, against the champions, we certainly have been, but there's nothing that Merit can do about that. Lautaro Martinez drills it in. 8 to go. Can we hold on? When you talk about shot power, that was shot power. Aziza, go to the corner, son. Go to the corner. Go to the corner. Yeah, we could go for a 3rd goal, but this game is over. These points are in the bag. Georgie says, no, Gaffer, we can still get a 3rd. We can still get a 3rd. We will get a 3rd. No, we won't. Profundi skies it. That should have been his brace. It should have been our 3rd. But in the end, it does not matter. Udinese come to the champions who have won the three-peat, played them off the park and deservedly get the win. No wins in 4 for them. 4 wins in 4 for us, and a statement made at the San Siro, possibly a changing of the guard this year. We may not be the favourites, but I'll say it again, we are certainly a threat. And that'll do it for today's episode of the Serie A Crimo, guys. So big fan of you for watching the video. If you have enjoyed it, if you have, then please do drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day. I will return in the next one with lots of games in the Serie A. Aim to keep our 100% start going to the season. And we'll have match days 1, 2, and 3 of our Champions League group stage as well. Have a great day. Much love. And I'll see you for the next episode very soon.